Welcome. You're listening to the Disney Twin Podcast. Hi, you're listening to the Disney Twin.
I'm Marianne.
And I'm Ariane.
And thanks for joining us.
Hi, we're listening to today is episode 4.
I can't believe it. Thank you so much for being loyal listeners.
Yes.
So, yeah, and we're catching up to speed, right?
Yes, today is What's New and Review.
Well, and I have to apologize. We are not in the tiki room. That's my bird in the background.
I like it. I personally think it puts us in here. We just need like a little tiki word.
Yes.
You know?
That's Sydney, the cockatiel, chiming in. Haha. Okay, so
a lot has happened since we last recorded in November.
Now March, and I'm fresh off a Disney trip. Just got back yesterday. Yeah, so I still have the fog, the post-vacation fog.
A lot of things that have happened through Disney, and so we just kind of wanted to recap because a lot has happened.
Well, you go first because RunDisney was a big thing.
Oh yeah. So we ran.
You ran.
We made it. Yay!
Yes, she is still with us, ladies and gentlemen.
I am. And we did not get picked up by the balloon ladies.
Good.
They actually did not pass us until we got into Italy, which by that point we were definitely safe. And I'm not going to spend any time talking about it, but what I will do is I'll include in my show notes a link to my blog, my personal blog, Run Ariane Run, because I'm very creative.
Run, Ariane, run.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, that's the best Forrest Gump I do. Congratulations.
Oh,
that was a big milestone.
Thank you. And you know, it was really nice to see text messages from people, especially like for you. We're like, all right, what are we signing up for? And I was like, that meant a lot. You know?
I'm excited. She's got me hooked. So I'm going to go, I probably started with a 5K, but I think I'm going to try to do something next year. I've already planned ahead, as moms know, and dads too, that you have to secure the childcare.
Yes.
And then you make Yes,
yes,
you can't run
we're
with your
still
kids.
without childcare for next month. So
so anybody who's looking for babysitting, just text us.
Yep.
But anyway, so congratulations for that.
You.
And Ainsley ran.
She ran her first race, which was kind of exciting.
Yep.
Yeah, I have video of that. That was exciting.
That's
she
very
didn't
cool.
want to run by herself, so Kevin ran with her, and of course he forgot his belt. So you see him running by with pulling up his cargo pants.
His pants. Whoa, hey, that's a special video.
Yep.
What's the next race, though, since we are talking about races?
So Dark Side Challenge is going to be in April, April 15th and 16th. And so that will be our and this is the first challenge that we're going to be attempting. So that'll be a race 10K on Saturday and a half marathon on Sunday. So we'll see how long we
the
take
Dark
that.
Side Challenge.
Yeah. And I think I've gotten a costume picked out, at least for the 10K.
Okay,
No,
it's a surprise.
Maybe we'll do a contest where I can post pictures, and then you guys can see if anybody can guess what my character is.
I would love that.
Yeah,
I love that. And then we also, since you mentioned costumes, we were going to start to talk, because I've been pretty recently, yesterday, we wanted this episode to be dedicated to some of the changes that have taken place kind of through the new year. There's been a lot. And one major change is security and costumes.
Yes.
So and this is kind of new to me, this whole Disney bounding.
Yes.
That exists. It's a whole other world. So shout out to the Disney bounders. Basically it's I'm going to paraphrase this and forgive me, but basically Disney bounding is dressing in today's attire in tribute to a character.
Yeah, let's say you wanted to go Disney bounding as Snow White, you would wear a blue skirt with a red bow in your hair with a yellow top, and that would be very you would take on the characteristics of the character.
Yeah, if Snow White lived today, and that's not something that they're putting the kibosh on, but what they have done is basically stopped allowing anyone over the age of 14 to wear costumes. So if you're Disney bounding and you're in sort of regular street clothes, just in the colors or paying homage to a character, that is still allowed. But an actual costume is no longer permitted.
And it's said to be included in the Mickey's Halloween party, which is really big because that's when adults like to come in and they, you see families in full costumes.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested to see how this is going to play out, especially for the Halloween party. But yeah, there has been a lot of security measures, including more detailed back checks. I don't know what you saw.
Very much so. They've pushed. So if you've been to Magic Kingdom before, the stations that normally are there are still there, but they actually have moved them a little farther out. We stayed at a hotel where we had bus, so we came from the bus side of it. Sometimes you come from the monorail side. But yes, longer lines for bag checks, and she really did, she looked through my entire bag, even things that were inside, like I have a little makeup case. My husband has, he's got diabetes, so he has this tester. She made me open up all the little zipped pouches.
So if you have any zip pouches, this is my best advice. You need to, when you get there, you need to have everything unzipped, ready to go. And it'll make their job easier. Because then they don't have to say, hey, can you open this up? I need you to open this up. So I like when we went to Animal Kingdom, I had everything opened, ready to go. And the security guard that looked through my stuff, he was like, thank you so much. This really made my job easy.
It is for your safety.
Yeah.
And also they typically kind of would just glance underneath my stroller. But it was a little chilly this weekend, so we had our jackets, and they made me pull the jackets out. So I know they're also incorporating jackets. If you're wearing a heavy jacket, I saw them ask a gentleman to show.
Because there was a guy that decided to bring his sidearm into the park.
Right.
And that's the reason why. And I'm pretty sure it was just somebody that just was used to carrying it on him. It wasn't anything because of someone trying to be bad. It was just somebody just regular habit of theirs that they just didn't think. So.
And it's the nature of life these days. Anybody who travels, and you'll definitely see a lot more uniformed security around the entrances. But once you get past that, it's Disney business as usual, and it's just it's not. I don't want to say inconvenience in a bad way. It's a convenience because it's for our safety. But just kind of be prepared when you go into the park. If you're late, if you're gonna, a fast pass is upcoming or reservation, you really got to plan ahead.
Another additional 20 to 30 minutes for the lines.
At least. In fact, now with Disney Dining, they're pretty good about reminding you, even on text alerts and things like that, to give yourself an hour and a half travel from place to place within Disney parks. The bus system runs as efficiently as possible, but the volume of people is just such that if you're at Magic Kingdom and you've got a reservation at Epcot in an hour, you're probably not going to make it. Yeah. We had lunch yesterday at Le Cellier, which is a first for me.
Oh, really?
Yes, I always send
My
people...
dad's Canadian, so that was like a staple.
I didn't know
us.
that.
Are you serious?
Shut your mouth. See, we're learning something new every day.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, I was like, oh, Canada. We always had to sit through that movie and Canada.
I was Canadian in a past life, and we'll have a whole episode on how I know I was Canadian in another life. For somebody who hates the cold and snow with a passion, I love all things Canadian. I actually studied abroad a little bit there.
I'm half Canadian.
Thank you. I love that. I love it. Okay, see, just building bridges every day. But so I've always recommended Le Cellier because I've heard so much about it.
It's great.
But we had, for whatever reason, never. It's a small restaurant actually. If you've been, there aren't a lot of tables.
No, which cracks me up because a few years ago for April Fools, they sent out a press release saying that Outback Steakhouse was going to buy it out and that was going to be replacing Le Cellier.
Brilliant.
Which I thought was hysterical because one.
Yeah. Your husband works for
I work for Outback Steakhouse. Two, it's Australian. Nothing to do with Canada.
Right. But that is a really good prank.
Smallest restaurant probably on property.
Yeah, it really is tiny. Not a lot of tables, so it's hard to get a reservation unless you plan ahead. Or we went for lunch, which is really hard to have like delicious steak and cheddar cheese soup for lunch, but we managed.
That's good.
I ate poutine.
Did you have a Molson?
I don't drink. I'm very boring.
Okay.
But I know that's Canada's official beer.
Well, it's my grandmother's favorite beer. So anytime that I've gone as an adult, since turning the age of 21, I would, we toast to grandma. So
well, now they have poutine that they actually incorporate their delicious cheddar cheese soup in.
Ooh.
Because poutine, if you're not Canadian, poutine is basically a heart attack in a bowl.
Yes.
It's French fries with gravy, bacon sometimes, and now what they've done to clog your arteries even more is she comes and she drizzles the cheddar cheese soup over because the French fries weren't enough with the gravy and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I forgot why. Oh, so we ate at Le Cellier and we stood there and watched it happen. The gentleman arrived and he was a party of 6, but only 5 had arrived. and the sixth person was actually coming into the park, and she said, "Sir, I can only hold the reservation for about 15 minutes, and if your sixth person doesn't arrive, I have to either seat you or go on." So they're cracking. I mean, she was very nice about it, and they try their best to accommodate. But in these smaller, crowded restaurants, and I know Beauty and the Beast, Be Our Guest, they are crazy.
Oh,
strict.
we will not. We will.
We'll have another beef about that, right? Yeah. But I'm just saying, in general, Disney dining is something that you really have to plan efficiently with that. And of course, of late, they've started to take your credit card for dining reservations. They will charge you if you cancel at the last minute. Mm-hmm. So gone are the days of making reservations at different places and I'll just eat wherever we end up.
Yeah.
They do ask that you plan ahead for that. So we'll have a beef session about that. But it was a delicious lunch, nevertheless.
Well, and to also piggyback off of, with reservation or dining and stuff, there was a brand new restaurant that just opened up in the Magic Kingdom, the Jungle Skipper Canteen. Yes.
Oh, and I didn't get there.
And we tried getting ready because it was in soft roll through the new year, and they now have officially in it now reservations are now open, and of course, I would like to call them the planners that come. It's people that plan their vacations and they know that they're going a year or two in advance, and so at 180 days the reservations are gone. So once it opened up into reservations, everything was taken. And I think the latest or the earliest seating that we could have gotten was at 9 o'clock, and with two kids, I can't do that. So it's really hard. I find as an annual pass holder, when we make these last minute day trips or trips that we make. It's hard to get dining reservations.
It's very difficult. Yeah. I find that too. We're you guys know from previous.
Woe is us.
Yes, poor us. We go all the time though. But I have to say that kind of goes. We're DVC, which we talked about before, and even when you're planning out for DVC, because at your home resort you can book 11 months out. If you miss it, you're very rarely at your home resort. Typically, the resorts that have availability are the larger ones, which are Saratoga Springs and Kidani Village at Animal Kingdom, which is where we stayed yesterday. The tough part about that is that the bus is not quite as efficient if you're spoiled, like we're spoiled with the monorail. We were talking about dining though. With the dining reservations booking up so frequently, Fast Pass is also an issue for people who make day trips, I find.
Yes.
And I'm learning as a new mom, we have a 3-year-old, and we went for her birthday, so she's 3 now. And
happy birthday, Jenny!
Happy birthday,
Jenny!
Yay! But anyway, so when you're planning out your fast passes, like trying to anticipate when your child is going to hit that wall and nap, is really tough. And we had a moment on Saturday because now she's all into princesses. So basically, my husband and I split the difference, and we each fast passed different things, but we wanted to make sure we had Anna and Elsa, and Belle, and Cinderella, Rapunzel.
So you did all the pictures.
We did all the pictures. Well, with that, though, it's like I see the eyelids starting to close, and she's about to conk out, and I'm like, we've got Anna and Elsa in 40 minutes, and you can't, some of the really popular ones, you can't change. If you try to change it for a later time, forget it. So we plied her full of sugar, like Parents of the Year, and kept her awake for Anna and Elsa. And then at about 3:30, when she was going bananas, we took her into the Hall of Presidents and sedated her with some presidents.
Who is the one that narrates that? It used to be Maya Angelou, and
it's Morgan Freeman now.
Oh, see, that's even I don't know. Maya Angelou would knock me out. Like
she has that soothing voice,
and it was just like, oh. Okay.
Well,
it's an amazing show, and she's such a great narrator. But at that point, you just kind of conk out.
It was great, and Jenny fell right to sleep.
Thank you, Morgan Freeman.
Thank you, Morgan Freeman. But it's funny because she was all excited, thinking presidents, I guess, kind of sounds like princesses, and we had spent the whole day seeing princesses. So we're in a little rotunda, and she's like, "When are we going to see the presidents?" She has a placemat with all their faces, so she can say President Obama and President Washington. I'm not showing favorites; they're just in the corners. Washington's the first one, and Obama's current, right? Okay. So I was like, okay. Anyway, so she was talking about President Obama. We get in, and as soon as the show starts, she falls asleep. Then all the presidents show up. They all announce their names, and when they start singing "Glory, Glory, Hallelujah" big and loud, she wakes up. So her nap was about 15 minutes.
Oh no.
So we needed a prayer by bedtime.
Yeah.
We did not make fireworks or anything because she
was out.
She hit the wall when we were heading back to the hotel. But anyway, we had a fun-filled day of princesses. And my tips though, well, I don't really have a tip. It's just kind of a comment. It's really tough now to plan your whole day, 180 days out between dining and fast passes and everything. So go being flexible. You might have to cancel that fast pass at the last minute.
One thing that I learned, my child is really into the interactive queue lines.
Yeah.
So we finally got fast passes for
Snow White.
Yes.
Yeah.
You would have thought that was the worst thing in the world because my kid wanted to play.
Wanted to wait in the 180-minute line.
And play with the, spinning the barrels and stuff like that. And Winnie the Pooh. Oh my God, the day that I fast passed Winnie the Pooh was a detriment. So we no longer fast pass Winnie the Pooh. You don't fast Dumbo. That's just, don't do that. And you don't fast
we're not there yet. I'm a couple years behind you.
Well, but you don't. You've got these interactive queue lines, so you don't want to fast pass those rides because there's stuff to entertain your child while you're waiting in line.
That's true.
So we don't fast pass that. We go to Dumbo just to play in the playground at Dumbo because it's really cool. They give you a little pager,
it's like a restaurant. Yeah.
And then and it's funny because we go and they go, "How many in your party?" I'm like, "Actually, we're just here to play. She just wants to play. We're not going to ride the ride. Thank you." And then we sit, and it's a really nice place, especially when you see that cloud cover is coming in and it's not that favorable in the weather.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You cover
good
up
tip.
the stroller and you go inside and you just kind of wait out the weather. Or if it's just really hot, you just go in there and cool off. They don't kick you out. So it's really nice.
That's a good tip. We were another new mommy thing that I've learned is now my daughter is really into Spaceship Earth ride at Epcot. So I need
good girl.
Yes, good girl. But I need to plan that first because trying to explain to your 3-year-old when we arrive at 9:30 that fast passes for Spaceship Earth are not till 1.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Yeah.
The whole day, the big ball. So we had to we kept walking past it. We tried to move the stroller so she couldn't see it. So they don't quite understand the fast pass system yet at age 3. But needless to say, she's
5. She doesn't understand it either.
I'm like, you have to wait. See the time?
Yeah.
And you're showing the phone. No, change it. No, you can't change it. I mean, you can change it, but then they say, well, the next available time is 5:30.
Before I forget, and we're going to do, because it's in our plans to do kind of a My Disney Experience thing. One of my best tips is taking a screenshot of your fast passes and then save it on your lock screen. I don't know if it works for Androids and stuff like that, but I have an iPhone, so I save it there, and then that way it kind of reduces, because every time I load up my Disney
battery
Experience,
life kills.
It does, and so I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No.
And I have a fairly new phone, so it's definitely one that I just do the lock screen, and then that kind of helps with that.
Yeah, and the other tip that I got actually from a guy, this is, again, my first time with all the princesses and autograph books. Do make sure that you write somewhere inside your autograph book your name or your child's name and your cell phone number.
Yes.
They get left behind an awful lot. Yes.
And the address. I've heard
yeah,
that.
and they'll send it to you or they'll call you.
And they say the same thing. If you do Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom and you have a book of your cards, do the same thing. Write your name, your phone number or your email address in the book, and then they'll try to get it back to you.
Disney's really good about that. My brother-in-law actually lost his cell phone on Rock and Roller Coaster. It fell out of his pocket, and there are netting underneath the roller coasters that catch all that stuff. So he called Disney Lost and Found, and they shipped it to him. They found it and sent it. So
that's nice.
Anything that is valuable, just put your name or something and phone number or someplace that you can be reached, because they do. Yeah, that's part of their Disney customer service. Yay. So what else is new?
Okay, so we've gone finally live with our episodes, like we said earlier.
Yes. So hopefully you're listening to this
and
this
it's
week.
Still 2016.
yes.
So everything day forward from today is
current.
This year. Yes. Okay. So we are now officially on Instagram, which has been kind of fun.
It has. And unless you're a tech dummy like me and you accidentally post the wrong thing on your account.
Well, I did that too. So
thank God for delete.
Yes. So be sure, if you're on Instagram, be sure to follow our adventures. We'll be doing, I want to do some like photo contest and
That would be
kind of,
really fun.
really get to know our listeners and stuff like that. So, and some photo challenges and everything. So, so check us out. We're _Disney_twins.
Yes.
Because that's how many Disney twins are out there. Some are actual twins. We're not.
We're not actual twins or related in any way. Although it's funny because a listener pointed out we have such similar names. They're not spelled alike, but Marianne and Ariane could be twins.
Yes.
If a mom wanted to torture her
that would
children.
be cute.
Not torture, but sometimes matching names are a thing.
And we're out at a birthday. Oh, it was Jenny's birthday party last week. And every time somebody said your name, I was like, yes, I answered.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people thought that was quite humorous.
No relation.
No relation. So I want to go quickly right back to, before we go too far, Run Disney. There's a lot of things going on right now with that too. Registration season has started. Disneyland Half is still available.
Okay.
So if you're interested in going out to California, I think just
That's
the half
good.
marathon is still available at this time. Wine and Dine starts tomorrow for annual pass holders.
Okay.
And then the registration, it will be the 8th. I'm sorry, I'm going too far ahead. I say tomorrow. We're recording today.
Yeah, but registration for March and the race is in October, November, right?
Yeah. And then marathon weekend will go on sale in April, and that will be in January of next year. So be sure to go to RunDisney.com and check out all that stuff if you're interested.
And you do have to plan ahead for that.
Yeah, you
quite
do.
A bit.
You do. And it's not been officially confirmed, but there's been several website or like blogs and stuff that have put this out there. So I'm just going to mention it. Those running the Star Wars Dark Side Challenge may find themselves getting their picture taken by the Walt Disney World Photo Pass versus marathon photos. Which means if you have the memory maker or if you have the right annual pass that includes the photos, you will get those wonderful race pictures for free.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I just paid, I have the annual pass, but I am not on the new ones yet.
Because they just started in October, so if yours hasn't expired.
Mine is I'm a September switchover. So but you can buy Memory Maker for one day. It doesn't have to be your whole vacation.
How much is that, by the way?
$59.99.
Okay, that's not bad.
Which if you done what we did and it was birthday and you had a dozen princesses,
right,
and you
it's worth it.
At like $15-ish a download, it's worth it. That being said, on your phone, when you they populate right away, the photo pass, and you can see them on your My Disney Experience app. Right. If you select one that you want to share on Facebook right then because you just can't wait, it will default to Memory Maker. You do not have to purchase Memory Maker. If you go onto a computer or open up a browser and go into your My Disney Experience on a web browser, you can just purchase the single picture.
Oh, okay.
But just be aware that the app will default to the Memory Maker. So don't feel that you're obligated to purchase all the pictures.
Okay.
You can still just download one if you want.
We're now into the new because I just bought my new annual pass.
Oh, so you're living on ramen noodles now.
And I went back to the monthly payment plan, which I swore we would never do.
Yep.
But with the new prices, and we decided to upgrade to the gold because the gold pass for Florida residents includes the
Memory Maker, right?
Well, we looked at it and we were like $130 difference between silver and gold, and then silver and gold.
Yeah. And if you're like us, I mean, we talked about this. All of our family pictures, one way or the other, seem to be at Disney World. In fact, it's rare that you find one that's not.
I did. Yeah. You know how people take the monthly pictures of their babies and stuff, and they have like the little stickers that they stick on their shirts?
I did that. Half of mine are Disney.
I went up to the lady, the PhotoPass lady, and I was like, "Can you humor me?" And just, I have a button. I'm celebrating, and we wrote 6 months on it. And she, of course, there's a picture of Maddie eating the button. Yeah. And she loved it though. The lady in the PhotoPass lady I ate it up. I think we have like 40 pictures that she took, and I was like, oh, okay, but I only need like 3 or 4, but I'm serious, she like took like 40 pictures. But it was great.
It is, I mean, for the higher priced passes, at least that you do get the Memory Maker, it's great, and they will always take a picture with your cell phone. Don't feel that you're imposing upon them to hand over your cell phone.
Yeah.
But they're quality photographs.
And I do love the photo pass.
Yeah.
I love the concept of them having people out there taking your pictures because I mean, half my growing up, our pictures were of squirrels, ducks, the swans that used to be in the lake that went around the castle, and then any picture that I was able to take. My mom and dad took tons of pictures of us, or at the parade. We had every parade shot, and then but it's very rarely a photo of all four of us, and I think that's a great concept that they've got people out there taking pictures.
Yeah, and they also have it at Seven Dwarfs. They have the little video thing, which is kind of creepy.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, they know what I like. They know where I'm riding.
They don't even. Yeah, you don't even have to tap in and scan it. They just automatically just kind of scans you in. So it's kind of, but it's neat. And then, the reason why I love this is because when we're running races, it's an additional $175
for the pictures.
We've run multiple races and we've never purchased photos. I've always got the copy righted pictures that I kind of save for ourselves. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah, and I'm definitely, when it's time to renew our passes in September, I'll be getting your advice on that because now we're paying for our 3-year-old.
Well, and it's funny because welcome, congratulations.
Yeah.
Well, and it's funny because Manny and Aaron just went the weekend before, and I said, "Oh, you got all these photos pass pictures." I was like, "Oh, she's like, "We're new annual pass holders our first trip," and I was like, "Which pass did you end up getting?" And she goes, "I got silver," and I go, "Oh, because I was wondering with all your photo passes," and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that."
Yeah, if you do the math, it's worth it to get the gold.
And she's like, I wonder if I can upgrade. I'm like, you definitely call them. I said, she's like, I just don't want to go during the summer. I said, in that case, only do one pass.
Yeah.
Only upgrade yours or Manny's.
Yeah, because whoever, you're linked obviously through My Disney Experience, so you can. For example, Manny, the husband, if he has the better pass, then he just gets the one to scan all the photo passes.
Well, I think it's because he's in the account. He just automatically, because you have your family. So as long as the family, because Ainsley was the one in November that had the nice fancy pass, and Kevin and I didn't, but it was always Kevin and I scanning our thing. But as long as she was in our family, all of our photos,
family,
and the photos now stay for a year.
Yes.
So and of course we went, and our pictures from August and October were in there as well. So they were still in the account. So we actually got those included into the downloads as well. So I definitely, I'm all for it now. I wasn't at first when I first got it, but looking at it, but I definitely think that there's, there's pluses
it's a
to
good
it
plus.
now.
It's a good plus. What else is? Oh, we didn't. We're going to have an episode on Flower and Garden, but Extravaganza is something that's timely, and I have to say I was a bad Disney twin this weekend because we were so focused on Princess Mania. I did not get a chance to do it.
You were going there for your daughter and having a great time with her. I was not expecting anything but celebration for Jenny. So.
But we did see. Well, we didn't spend as much time at Epcot as I would have liked. That was our half day as we drove home yesterday. But the Extravaganza is something that they've been doing for a few years now. And basically what it is it's an Easter egg hunt. You buy the map. I believe it was $5.95.
$5.95.
And
plus tax.
Plus tax, yeah.
And there's no discounts that apply to it, so I don't think you can use your annual pass discount for it. But
sneaky bastards.
$6. I mean,
it's fine, and you get something free at the end, even if you don't get any stickers. So you go around and you hunt all over World Showcase for the different eggs, and they're hidden eggs shaped, sort of decorated like the characters. And then you get once you find it, you get a sticker that's that character. They don't tell you which character is in which pavilion, so that's the hunt.
You have to kind of match the egg to where it's at.
Right. And then you come back and they give you an egg.
Do you get to just pick? I think you get to pick.
Yes.
Well, okay. So if it's very similar to Remy's Hide and Squeak that they had at the Food and Wine Festival,
it's the same thing. Yeah.
You got to pick which, and it wasn't it was a pen that you got to pick.
Okay.
So you got to pick which pen Remy had, which ingredient he had. And so,
that's cute.
Ainsley picked a pepper and a tomato.
I did see a blogger who's more on it than we are. Well, than I am, I should say. And she posted a picture of all of the eggs, and it was Minnie, Mickey, Cheshire Cat, Tweedledee, Tweedledum, the Walrus, and Stitch.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know if that's current, but
Okay.
that was a picture that I saw posted.
The pictures that I've seen from California have all those, not Tweedledee and Tweedledum, it's Woody and Jessie.
Oh, that's cute.
So, or maybe I'm just not seeing them right, and I thought that Woody and Jessie aren't really Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
And again, I'm in the Disney fog, so it could be me that's wrong. But it's a very cute event, and I know that Epcot always strives to get the kids really hooked. Magic Kingdom is really the park for kids, especially right now with all of the construction that's going on at Hollywood Studios. It's kind of a ghost town. Because so many of the big things are shutting down. Animal Kingdom has got some new stuff opening up, which we'll talk about, but they're still building Avatar World and all of that.
Right.
So right now, Magic Kingdom is packed. Even this past weekend, it's not really spring break time yet, and it's not a holiday, but it was very crowded. So when you're going with kids, I know Epcot is always trying to have activities like that to engage the kids.
And I love it. And Ainsley absolutely loved the thing. I'm really sad that it's only taking place from March 2nd to the 27th, though. It runs to Easter. So when we get there in April, it's not going to happen. But you know what? I may have a day trip in my pocket before I get put into blackout.
Nah, don't let her fool you, people. That's because she spied my Figment Magic Band and my Flower and Garden purse, and she's like, I think I'm free next weekend. I can run up there.
There's nothing better than a new car smell or a new Dooney and Burke purse smell.
I know. You don't even want to use it. It's like those erasers we had when we were kids. Those Sanrio erasers. Yeah. They're the guest towels. They're not to be used.
I put her purse on. I lifted it up to my face and I smelled it.
She smelled my purse, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, funny, huh?
And the Magic Band is so cute. But we're gonna do
that's another episode about that. But I did mention Animal Kingdom. The Rivers of Light show is going to be starting in April, which
April 22nd, Earth Day.
Yay! Earth
surprise,
Day.
surprise,
surprise, surprise. Yeah, and but that's actually nice, and that's always been the half-day park because it's closed early, presumably for the animals. But now they're finding ways to keep you at Animal Kingdom.
Am I the only one that's bothered though by all the press videos that they're sending out by Disney Imagineers? They're talking, well, it's inspired by when an animal dies, its light goes into the, I'm like, so the show is based on the death of animals.
I didn't even see that. Really? Oh.
Am I the only one bothered by that?
I did not know that part. Well, that's
watch the little videos that they're we're announcing this big show, and I mean it looks really cool with the lanterns and everything, but when they're talking about it, it's like, the story is that the animal goes on to another life, and it's the light that comes
the circle
up
of life floats up like Rapunzel's
lantern.
I'm
like, are you serious? We're having a show and it's basically
I see the light, and then it goes up in the sky.
It's like the cat's going on to the Heaviside Lair. That's what the whole show is about, people. Choosing the cat that dies.
The Rainbow Bridge, baby, the Rainbow Bridge. Oh my gosh.
So I'm like, okay, all right,
we'll have a review of the Rivers of Light.
Unfortunately, it will not be there when I'm there because we will be there the weekend prior.
Okay, so I'll do that review. We'll be there in May for Memorial Day weekend.
Perfect.
Yes.
You get to go see that one.
Yes.
It'll tell us all about.
It'll be hot like hot like the surface of the sun. The animal funeral.
So in great Disney twin fashion, we love to talk.
And we've run long again, so we're going to be splitting this episode into two parts, our What's New in Review.
Yes, but they will be both available on the same day.
Yes.
So you don't have to wait a whole week to get the second episode.
And we will be posting our show notes at our blog.
Yes, the disneytwins.wordpress.com.
So thank you very much, and be sure to look for episode part 2. Part 2.
4.2. Oh, wow, that's a lot. Okay. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to the Disney Twins podcast.
All show notes and information are available at our blog, thedisneytwins.wordpress.com.
Thanks for listening, and be sure to join us for our next episode. I'm Marianne.
And I'm Ariane.
And we're the Disney Twins.